So it's just preparing to live stream.
Technology is great.
Well, and it's worked twice and it's not worked twice now. So I don't know why that's the case, but.
It's live on YouTube. We're streaming live.
Okay, we're ready to roll here.
Awesome.
Twice and it's, yep. Okay, so I'm gonna record this just so you know. And then nobody's gonna know we're on here yet, so give me a second. We're gonna share this on Facebook. It happened with Darren too, so we'll see if I can edit YouTube. I think we're ready to go then. So Chase, thank you so much for joining in. I'm really excited to go over all these great questions. I know that there are so many of us that are wondering about RVs, and you are from Prairie Sky RV in Coaldale, and you are the general manager, and you just know everything that there is with RVs. So we're really, really excited. Everybody, please welcome Chase Olivier to this amazing interview on YouTube that we got working here. So Chase, tell us a little bit about you and what you do and what we can learn from you today.
Sure, yeah. Well, thank you for having me. I'm really excited for this. This is the new technology we have in the world, and it's kind of convenient and kind of neat at our fingertips. But yeah, thank you for having me. My name is Chase Olivier. I'm from Prairie Sky RV, located out in Coaldale, Alberta. A little blurb on about Prairie Sky RV is we're a 100% locally owned dealership, full service dealership, located, like I say, on Highway 3. It is the majority owner of Prairie Sky RV. Oh, sorry.
Hey, we're working. I get it. We appreciate your time. We appreciate it.
We are the majority owner is actually Attila and Cheryl Braun from Lethbridge. He's actually my wife's parents. So there's my mother and father-in-law.
Good.
So yeah, we've been in business for 10 years here, and I've been with the company for 9 years. A little bit about me is I started my career, I guess, working in oil and gas. I then switched over to come work at Prairie Sky RV about 9 years ago, where I started off as a service technician out in the back, turning rentals, fixing trailers, and that's where I kind of learned all about them. And my passion grew for the industry and for the people and our customers. So I went to school and got my Red Seal ticket. So I'm a Red Seal certified RV technician. It's a 3-year program up at SAIT, which a lot of people don't know about. And it's, like I say, it's a Red Seal trade, essentially. So yeah, so I went and did that. And in between, I had a couple kids. We have 2 kids. I'm married to my lovely wife, Amanda, for 11 years now, 12 years. I think we're going on.
That's awesome. That is amazing. So you have worked your way through the whole entire process. So you know from everything from the ground up when it comes to RVs. So 9 years. Wow, that's amazing.
I've actually bounced around the dealership, learning new roles, and I've kind of been in every position here at Prairie Sky. I love doing what I do. I love the people I work with. I love our customers, and it's a passion for me to come to work every day and to teach and educate and to do what I do. I truly love the job.
Amazing. Well, okay, so I know that this is a big question for so many people thinking about RVs. I know I've had it, but what are the benefits when somebody's thinking about buying an RV, buying it new versus buying it used? What is that?
Yeah, so that's a very popular question, and it's a question we get a lot. And it's, I guess, our job as salespeople to try to find out and discover what people are looking for. So the new versus used, I guess, some pros and cons of both. Buying new, of course, everyone who doesn't want a new trailer or a new item, new product. So that's always a benefit. Uh, is that the smell of something new. With new comes warranty, factory warranties. It's yours. So the cost to come with new is obviously sometimes a little bit more, and that's a lot to do with dependent on the U.S. market. So we buy all of our trailers. Majority of RVs come out of the U.S. They're built. I would say 95% of units or more are built in the U.S. So we battle the U.S. dollar. So for example, right now we're buying units at 1.43 exchange, which is quite a bit.
Right.
So
Right.
that's the downside of it. Now with buying used, you're typically gonna get a better price. The depreciation's gone. Um, Whether you're buying new or used, I do the same inspections on both, and that's about an 85-point inspection on both, full safety, gas, water, power, and like I say, bearings, everything like that. So you're still getting the same quality of product. It's just new versus used. Um, but yeah, so that's kind of it's all going to be kind of dependent on what you're looking for. If you're one to, buy a new one every couple of years, maybe you go into a used one, but if you like to hang on to things for a little bit longer and, get the use out of them, then maybe new's the path to go. It's really all dependent on the customer or the client.
Yeah, no, absolutely. That is awesome. That's amazing. So everybody's kind of gone through a little bit of the unknown right now with the COVID crisis. And, I know that everybody is just wondering, what is the difference this year versus last year, other years? Have you noticed anything in your industry, or what
Yeah.
does that look like for you?
So yeah, it is. That's a good question. This year versus I guess previous years, call it the elephant in the room. I'm going to mention it one time. I think we talk about it enough, but the COVID's been a big change this year compared to other years, and it's affected us. We had to adjust a little bit, so that was a little adjustment period, but we were kind of already on our way to go where we're going, and that was digital. Everything's kind of gone digital this year, a little bit last year, now this year. So, and what I mean by digital is everything now is all of our floor plans are on our website. You can do 3-dimensional tours of them, of the floor plans, and really get educated and find out what you're looking for, if anything at all. Where previous years people would come in and they'd walk around the lot for a few hours and then him and haw, what direction they want to go. So that's been a big adjustment, but it's been a positive one, and what we found with that also is, like I say, the customers are a lot more educated now. Sometimes they're more educated than we are when they come into the dealership, but it's cut down the time in the buying process, because they typically know what they're looking for, and they know where they want to go, or what they want, new, used, and that's not always the case, but for the most part. And that's just not for new RVs, but that's also for parts, service, everything that we do offer here, because we are a full service dealership. So yeah, you can do zero contact with our parts, service, buying a trailer. We've sold trailers even to customers that we've never seen before,
Oh,
yeah. So it's kind of different times, but and another big thing with that is, being BC being shut down, Saskatchewan being shut down, you're going to be staying right here, keeping, the business and everything right here local in Alberta, which is awesome. And so that's great. No flying. So you might as well go camping with your family. There's no
right.
better way to spend the time or the weekend than with your family and fresh air in the mountains.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I know that so many families are going to enjoy all that outdoors and the
Yeah.
nature. I know it's always nice to get out of our city and enjoy all that. So if somebody doesn't have an RV and they don't really know a lot about vehicles to tow an RV, like me for sure, what does somebody need in order to, purchase an RV? And do they need a huge truck, or what does that look like if somebody wanted to get into an RV?
Sure. Yeah. Well, the tow vehicle itself, we have customers with, obviously trucks. Most trucks can have a tow capacity. Most SUVs, some cars even now. The biggest thing is making sure it's safe, and that's one thing that we do here at the dealership, and that's our job. And we do our due diligence on every customer, and that's my job and part of my role is making sure it's safe, making sure it's safe for the people towing the vehicle, but also other people on the road. It's a big thing for me, especially with my background in the service side of things. It's come in handy. But yeah, so we can make sure that happens, and the proper hitch on the back if it's a big thing. Whether you need electric brakes for that trailer, we can decide all that. But you don't necessarily need a vehicle. We actually offer a service where we will, with everything happening, and it's gotten very popular this year, is these permanent campsites that are local, and we've had a lot of customers lately that don't have a tow vehicle. They don't have any means to it. Well, you're in luck because you don't need one necessarily. If you just need to have it towed out to your lot out in the Crozes Pass or down at one of the 15 beautiful permanent campsites that we have here in Southern Alberta, we will haul that down there for you. It's very convenient to do so. Okay, so I mean, that's a great option, And as far as servicing goes, we've been linked up with a 12-year journeyman RV technician that does mobile service now. So that's a great option for a lot of people now. Jump in the smart car and drive out there on Friday and come home on Sunday, and you don't have to drag your trailer through the rush hour traffic on the highways.
You know what? That's incredible, because I just would have assumed that you need a huge truck to pull out one of those nice RVs, but that's not the case. You have options. That's great.
Yeah, it is nice. And, to have that, people used to have a tow vehicle, for towing, and that was it. They paid insurance and registration on it. They used it 6 times a year for towing, and then they parked it for through the remainder of the year. But you don't have to do that anymore. We're here and we're ready to help out when we can and where we can.
So amazing. That is great. You know what, and this is what's so great about doing these interviews is you're the expert in what you do, and to share some of those nice, tidbits and information on what you do to help people kind of learn, because everybody's thinking about certain things and they just want to know, how can we make this bigger, better? How do we go forward on it? And they don't always know. But if there was one thing that you can share with us, because we know people are going to be watching this video, we know people are going to learn so much from it. What should they do if they're thinking about an RV and, want to learn more or want to, ask some questions? What should be the one thing that they should do right now?
Sure. Yeah. Well, the first thing is if you're comfortable coming into the dealership, that's why we're here. We have a great staff in parts, service, sales, and finance. You name it. We're here to help. And if you're comfortable, come on down, book an appointment, or just show up. Come on down, have a coffee, and we can kind of explain to what we got and kind of what the lifestyle is like. We have a 10,000 square foot indoor showroom here that we have full of trailers. And then we're on 4 acres of land. So we have all of our trailers outside. The slides are open. Everything's unlocked. You can go walk around at your convenience or your leisure, and it's safe. And there's no better place to be than outdoors. So you can come in and walk around, and we're here to answer all kinds of questions. Or if you feel more comfortable doing it on the digital or online platform, you can most certainly do that as well. That's been very popular, and we can answer all kinds of questions. You can go right to our website at prairieskyrv.ca, and you can view our inventory. You can ask us questions. You can ask a tech. if you have any questions, service side of things. So yeah, that's the biggest thing is come find out if it's for you. You know,
Right.
once you get here, you might think, well, maybe this isn't for me, or, you know, this is something I can do, I can get used to, you know, so.
Yeah, no, I think that's important. If they're thinking about it, then reach out, go see you at your store and see what they can find out all the information that they can get from you, which is great. And so just to remind everybody, he is at Prairie Sky RV in Coaldale. He has a great staff that can help you learn a whole bunch about it. And I think this is great. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy schedule. I know you're crazy busy.
Absolutely.
And yeah, I look forward to more people learning more about RVs just from 15 minutes of your time today. So we really appreciate it. Thank you so much, Chase.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And I hope to see, everybody soon. And thank you so much for watching. If you tuned in, and we'll talk to you soon.
All right. Thanks so much.